What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about how I made $20,000 trading the NASDAQ today. It was a really simple trading day. We're going to be going over the trades that I took, how I was able to make the cash, and I'm going to be explaining my thought process behind the entire day, even from yesterday, what I was thinking and how it all played out to the T. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to 8 o'clock because every single day I begin trading at 8 o'clock. And if we take a look and we see how the sessions moved, we know that the sessions move directionally, especially on Sunday. We know that if the market goes up on Sunday night, we know the market's going to continue going up throughout Asia, throughout London, and then ideally throughout New York as well. That being said, we can see that we opened up with a gap and price ended up just going up in Asia. Price also ended up going up in London. And then we came down and we took out London low. Just by looking at this is going to be a New York continuation. We can clearly see that. And this is actually what I drew out yesterday. Every single Sunday, I have an accountability call. At the end of it, I go over my weekly bias coming into the next week. And what I said was, if we move up just like this, and this is the exact drawing that I drew Asia session, if we move up, London session, if we move up, and then ideally, we come down, take out the low, and then we open up somewhere like this. It's going to be very clear that our trade is just going to be taken up to the highs, and that's going to be our 50 points. This is exactly what we drew, and then we take a look at how it moved overnight, and you'll see that that's exactly what happened. So now we can take a look at this, and we know that this is a bullish New York continuation. If you guys don't know how I get my bias, I base it off of 4 scenarios: either a New York continuation, New York search and destroy, a New York reversal, or a New York consolidation. I talk more about this in my boot camp if you guys want to check it out. It's 8 videos that I've made. To this day, it's 8 videos, and it's all videos on just sauce, and it's all on YouTube. A lot of people have watched it. It has a ton of views. I think that you could really benefit off of it, but I talk about it in the 3rd video, in the bias video. So now we're at 8 o'clock, and I can see that we have moved up in Asia, we have moved up in London, we have taken out the low. So this is now looking really good. I know that we are going to take out London high now. So what I now need to do is I need to start fibbing. To begin, I'm going to start fibbing from the bottom here. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this low, and I'm going to take this low up until this high. This is going to end up giving me some targets, and this actually ends up giving me negative 2.5 right here. Negative 2.5 ends up rejecting. Now, to be quite transparent with you, yesterday I had a little bit of a moment with my Discord server where I told them all, hey, listen, the reason that a lot of you guys are losing is because you are hopping into trades way too quickly. You guys are entering immediately. Like, we start trading at 8 and you're already in a trade 5 minutes in. That can't be. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do is I'm going to ask you guys to wait 15, 20 minutes and then take your first trade. Unironically, today I was actually in the shower and I lost track of time, and I got onto the charts at 8:10. So guess what? At 8 o'clock, this is when the market started, I ended up missing out on this price action. Take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at that. I missed out on absolutely nothing. I wouldn't have taken anything here. Now guess what? I had a few students that were in this short right here, which actually, it's pretty good. You're expecting a rebalance here. You're in off of this negative 2.5, and you're just holding this. You know, if you want your 50 points, you're still holding this. And if you went break even, you got break even, but it's still rejecting. It made a new lower low. At this point, this is realistically when I got onto the charts. This is the perfect timing right here. What I ended up seeing here was this wickless candle. This wickless candle needed to be taken. So when this candle was all the way up here, I knew that this thing is not just going to go up. This thing can't just go up because we have this wickless candle number 1 and we have the second wickless candle number 2. After this candle dropped, right, this big displacement candle down, the next candle here pulled back. After it pulled back and it closed, this is where I ended up entering. And after I entered, I had my 50 tick stop loss and I was able to start drawing my fibs. The first fib that I drew, by the way, was right here from this high down until this low. The reason I'm taking this is because this is the highest point that we have after we rejected from negative 2.5. Because we rejected right here off of negative 2.5, now that we formed this entire range, this is all looking really nice. I can take the second fib right here, the second manipulation from this high down until this low, and this ends up giving me more targets. This ends up giving me -2 that's at this low. I have -1 that's at this low and -2 that's at this low. So I end up taking this trade down to this -2. The next candle ends up going through this low. I end up going break even, and the candle right after that ends up going for this low, immediately hitting my take profit. Bang. Right here we can see that -2.5 ends up rejecting, but I don't end up entering off of that. The market ends up stalling and the market ends up falling through, right? Now, at this point, because we know -2.5 did not hold here, we know that the market should now deliver to -4. -4 here actually lines up with this -2.5, which we have at 538.75. So if we draw out both of these levels, 538.75, and then we have 536.75, and then we can also draw a box right here from 536 to 538. Bang, it's a little 2-point range. We take a look at to see what the market does. We see that the market ends up selling off and it hits -2.5. Now, what we also talked about in previous calls, and I talk about this on my YouTube, is one of the best ways to enter. A lot of people want to know what waiting for structure is. Right now, I'm going to explain it to you. So waiting for structure is when we see the first range form. The first range gets respected, and we are able to fib it from this low up until this high. This ends up getting respected at 0.5, and now the market moves higher. The market now makes a new range, and now we are able to take it from this low up until this high. And it ends up pulling back to 0.618. And at 0.618 is where you can enter. And you can put a 50 tick stop loss, 50-point take profit, and this is what you can take. And this is going to be waiting for confirmation, because now you have waited for the first range to form. The first range held at 0.5. It expanded higher. You are taking the second range, and you are entering in the 0.618 of that range. I actually drew this out in a few different videos, just like so. We have a level. What happens? What is structure, Ivan? The way I explained it was we watch price, comes down, hits the level, comes up, makes the first range. This first range ends up pulling back to 0.5. 0.5 ends up holding. It ends up making a new high. Now we end up taking this fib from this low until this high. It ends up giving us the new 0.618. And at this point, now we can enter at this 0.618 and we take this continuation higher. So if you don't have enough confluences at that level, like personally me, I did not. I wanted to see more so -4. Both of these end up get hit, and then it plays out. But the -2.5 here ended up getting hit to the tick, ended up forming great bullish structure, great bullish structure. This ended up playing out to London high, and it just kept ripping. It kept ripping, and I mean, just ran all the way up. And the New York continuation here played out. If we take a look, you can see that our bias was bullish to London high. We ended up taking out London high, blasting even higher, and it was all very clear because Asia moved up, London moved up, we took out London low, and then we were consolidating right up here. Price pulled back, and when it pulled back, I would also like to mention that we've got this entire fib range from this low up until this high, which ends up giving us 0.705, lining up with all of this down here. This ended up holding, and, you know, price just delivered. And, I mean, fuck. Today we had a shit ton of wins. This is all from today, June 15th. If we scroll down, lots of opportunities here. Beautiful. This is that trade right here off of that -2.5. Nuts. This is that long right here. A lot of people ended up getting that long. We ended up just putting in a new higher low on a higher time frame. Right here, I'm really proud of Brian. Brian is somebody that I've known for a while, and Brian is somebody who's really transformed his trading. Like, I'm just really proud of him. Just, wow. $30,000 for him on the top steps. Really good job, dude. Fucking awesome. JJ fucking killed it. And I mean, shit. This is all from today. Box method. Aiden actually got a crazy trade right here. From this -4 to this -4, box method got him the exact entry right there. You can't see it because of me, but he got it right there. That's crazy. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to join the Discord server, the link for that is in the description of this video. Other than that, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out.